What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at games that we might be seeing on the next Nintendo console. Very exciting stuff. While most of this video is speculation and things I am hopeful and wishing for, some of the games on the next console are pretty obvious. So anyways, let's just dive on in. So if you haven't watched my last video, it heavily influences this video. It was basically about what I think the next Nintendo console will be that's coming out. And my thought is it'll be a more powerful Switch, basic and simple, or what I really think it might be is a Switch DS hybrid. So keep that in mind with some of these games because it definitely influences them. So anyways, let's dive into some of these games. So this game might come out of left field, but it is a game that Nintendo is pretty silly to not remake in general right now. That being Nintendogs. I mean, holy crap. I know about 5, 6, 7 people, including my wife, who would buy a brand new console just to play this game again. Nostalgia sells so much, and I just think Nintendo would be super goofy to not put out a new Nintendogs, especially if we're doing a hybrid DS console. Now, Nintendogs only has about 2 hours of content on it, but they could sell that. It could slap $60 on that game, and I know people from all over who would buy the console and that game and relive it. Now, the only thing about Nintendogs is it had games come out for the DS, which was 2006, and they had, a bunch of different dogs. Nintendogs Dalmatian, Nintendogs Lab, and then they didn't have any more until 2011 for the 3DS. Anyways, like I said, there wasn't a bunch of content, but it's just that nostalgia factor that they could really capitalize on here. Anyways, the only issue with this is it is a bit of a dead IP. They could have made something for the Switch, and there was a game, I'm forgetting the name right now, but when I edit this, I'll add a picture. There it is. Yeah, that game was not fun. Just didn't hit the same. But Nintendogs, I think they should remake it, but it's been 12 years since the last game's release, so I don't know. Next up is Zelda. Ports and remakes all alike. Now, one that will just obviously be on the new system, especially if it comes out next year, is Tears of the Kingdom. Wii U came out with Breath of the Wild. The new Switch console will come with Tears of the Kingdom. It's just obvious. And especially, imagine that game running faster and better. That game's already a masterpiece. On a better console, ooh, it would be amazing. Now, I do think we could see some ports, maybe even remakes come about on a new console. Maybe even the Switch, and then they port them over. I really think more ports will be coming, especially since Skyward Sword HD sold about 4 million copies, and then a huge one for them that drew major critical acclaim was Link's Awakening, the remake. It was so cute, funny, cartoony, and I loved that game. I've already beat it like 3 times. That sold 4 million copies, which isn't a ton, but it's definitely enough that I think that they would make another one. And that game for the next Nintendo console, I think personally will be A Link to the Past, because especially if they want to go with the same sort of style of Link's Awakening, A Link to the Past would be the next option, as it's pretty much identical to Link's Awakening besides the story. Anyways, yeah, Zelda's coming back, don't worry. Now, a very niche game that I don't think will ever come back, but I'm praying and hoping that it comes back, that would be Endless Ocean. I would be shocked if most of you knew what that game was. It was basically a scuba diving game for the Wii. There was Endless Ocean and then Endless Ocean Blue World. One came out in 2006 and one came out in 2010. And that game is what drove me to get my scuba license. And basically I fell in love with the ocean because of that game. And on a more powerful console, it would be amazing. And it's not Subnautica. Don't say it's Subnautica, because this game's way more relaxing. All you do is literally just swim around and pet fish and basically build a Pokedex of fish. It's very fun. And I don't know, it's been down and out since 2010, and I don't think it's coming back, but one can hope. Up next is a must-have on the new console, and it 100% will happen, Animal Crossing. One of my favorite games of all time was Animal Crossing Wild World. And these games just sell a crap ton. I mean, every single year since one has come out, they've sold more and more. And if you look at the stats, which you'll see on the screen, a new Animal Crossing game comes out every 4 to 7-ish years, always on a new console. So You know, Wild World sold 11.75 million for the DS, and then New Leaf sold 12.5 million for the 3DS, and then New Horizons, with help of the pandemic, sold 33.89 million copies. Now that that game's at an all-time high, you already know that the next console will be selling Animal Crossing like candy, and I really hope that whatever they do is a good idea, because New Horizons was alright. I just didn't like the island as much. I don't know, it just didn't feel as Animal Crossing to me as I wish it would have. But anyways, one of the biggest IPs for Nintendo, cash cow, it'll be there, don't worry. Another guarantee for the next console, Mario. So there is a chance, I'm making this video in May of 2023, there's a chance at the June Nintendo Direct, if we have one, that they could announce a holiday release of a new Mario game. Especially since Tears of the Kingdom came out, they kind of are a duo. I don't know, but the next console will definitely have one. They're like national holidays when they get released, along with Zelda, and Mario Odyssey, you know, smashing success, Galaxy, smashing success, Sunshine. It's not a matter of if the next Mario game's coming out, it's just a matter of when, and I don't know what it'll be. Will it be Galaxy 3, Super Mario Sunshine 2, Odyssey 2? Considering the fact that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild kind of paired and paired, I have a feeling it's going to be Odyssey 2, but I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out. All I know is that I'm super pumped for the next Mario game. Another game that will be on the next console, unless it releases sometime crazy soon, Metroid 4. Unless that game's scrapped, who knows? But I don't know. This game's been scrapped, remade, pushed back, who knows? And who knows if it was because of the new console. Maybe, I know they said the story sucked and that's why they rebuilt it, but they could keep pushing it back because of a new console now it's going to release with that as a launch title for the Switch, DS, whatever you want to call it, 4. And I don't know. Either way, it's going to be on the next console. It's going to be on the Switch, possibly, who knows, and it might release on Switch first, but Metroid 4 is coming. Metroid isn't dead, especially with the Metroid Prime remaster, which was actually pretty fun on the Switch. So, yep, Metroid's coming back. Luigi's Mansion. This game, it sold 10 million copies on Switch, Luigi's Mansion 3, and it's said to be one of the most beautiful looking games on the console. I loved it. I only played it once. I want to play it again, but it was a great game. And the game did well. It features Luigi, and it's just growing. So I definitely think that game will be coming back. I don't know if it'll be a, you know, release in the first year the console comes out, but it'll probably most definitely be on the next console. Speaking of Luigi's Mansion, something I really want to see on a new console is backwards compatibility. You know, they kind of started doing it with Switch Online. Like, you can play Game Boy games, you can play, you know, really old games. But what I want to see is, I want to see GameCube games be ported. I want to see DS games be ported. And, you know, imagine a DS Switch console. Like, you could port back DS games like Wild World, Nintendogs, Pokemon, you know, all the popular DS games. I don't know. I would actually pay $40 for a Luigi's Mansion port. Not even a remaster, just a port. They just ported it over. I would play that thing so fast, the first Luigi's Mansion. Next and last on this main list is Paper Mario. So take a look at the screen. This game has come out every 4 years since the year 2000. So this chart here, you know, I don't see them breaking up this stride. Paper Mario usually sells well. I know Origami King was a bit controversial, but it was my first Paper Mario game and I actually really liked it. So there's a fat chance that we will see this game again, which is awesome because I know that this series is a classic. You know, like I said, I'm not a true gamer though. I've only played Origami King and I liked it, so I can't compare. But every 4 years, it'll probably be released with the new console. Next off, we are into the lightning round. So let's finish off quick here. Star Fox could make a comeback. Don't know. Gonna have to wait to see. Some new sports game for the new console. Could come back, especially with Joy-Cons. I don't know. Hopefully Super Mario Sluggers. New Pokemon, obviously will be making a comeback. Hopefully a powerful system will help the performance. Because, whew, Scarlet and Violet. Ooh, bad performance. Mario Kart 9. I don't know how they're gonna top Mario Kart 8. It's one of the best-selling games ever. And I don't know how they're gonna top it, especially with all the backwards DLC packs they've been doing and every single map ever is on there. I don't know. We could see it. Fire Emblem, probably gonna get a new game. Kirby's on fire right now, and after Kirby and the Forgotten Land selling, you know, really good, there's a good chance this game's going to be on the next console, just maybe not at launch. Lastly, Splatoon, probably not at launch because 3 just came out, but definitely going to probably be some sort of Splatoon game down the road. So there you have it. These are just a few of the exciting games that I could see potentially coming to the next Nintendo console. I hope all of them do. We'll see though. You know, of course, these are mere rumors, speculations, and wishful thinking, but it's always fun to imagine the possibilities. It's just, if I missed any of your favorite games, please let me know what you hope to see in the comments. Let me know what you're excited about. And once again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to run up the likes, hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any updates. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.